Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Um, Back with another non-stop November video, but this is actually an addition to a video I did the other day, which was how do I treat my gay friends, and this is why I love the open conversation. In the comments, I actually got a hit from one of my sweeties, Nikaboo 36. And she had asked, how I was doing and said, I look well. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for keeping up with me and watching and actually even wanting to know how I'm doing. And I'm doing really, really good. And again, thank you for supporting and thank you for following and commenting. I love this because if you guys didn't comment and didn't watch, then what will be the purpose? So, what her comment was, and I thought this was so good because first I just answered it. I actually put an answer down in the comments, but I said, you know what? Let's talk about this because it made me think about it. I said, this is too much to type, really, everything. So what she said, this is for clarification's sake. Are you saying that you can't be friends with a person that does not agree with or support the homosexual lifestyle, and not me per se, but the lifestyle itself? And what I actually have to say to that is being being honest, and true. No, because one, um, I can't be friends, true friends. Because see, there's a difference between friends and associates. There's a difference. So to be actually true friend, no, I can't. I could never actually be true friends with a person who has an issue with my homosexuality because it doesn't turn off. It doesn't turn off. It doesn't come and go. It doesn't do any of these things. Um, if there's an issue, you actually have an issue with it, how will we ever become actual true friends? Because one, I'm never going to let my guard all the way down with you when I already know you have an issue with something that is so much a part of who I am. Um, and that's even with family. Like with family, I have family that have those issues. We've literally grown up together, and we're not friends. We are family. We're family because of blood, and that's it. We're not friends because, again, you know, you have an issue with something about me. And I have to tell you, I'm not even a person who, I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have that whole part of my life. I don't date. I don't do any of these things. So the only thing that my family members know about the fact that I'm homosexual is because I am, because I have flamboyant ways that I've always had. All they throw all those things in. But as far as the actual homosexual lifestyle, child, I have no man. I don't live with no man and haven't. I've been celibate for 13 years. So, there's never been, you know, anything around that states that I'm homosexual other than the fact that I have the flamboyance and that kind of thing. As far as like me doing female impersonator and that people impersonation and things like that, you don't even come in contact with that stuff unless you choose to come in contact with that stuff. I don't walk around in my house in heels and dresses. I don't do that. Just like I don't walk around in my house and have a man following me around in my house or sitting on the couch hugged. I don't do any of that. But yet I still have people who are around me that they don't, they always got something to say, or they have issues with. So it's not, I mean, no, how could we be, we can't. We can't. We can't because there's other people who they're going to come up with, you know, I've been able to deal with people and be associates with people, but I'm not going to sit around and listen to the Bible thumping. I'm not going to sit around and listen to you tell me I'm going to hell and God doesn't love me. And I'm not sitting. How can you be friends with a person that's doing that? That's just like How can you honestly be friends with a person that you know don't like black people? How can you? You can't not be black. I'm going to be as black as shit every day when I wake up. I'm going to be black. Absolutely. I'm going to be dark skinned every day when I wake up. It's nothing I can change. And the same thing goes, I'm going to be gay every day that I wake up. So, no, we could never be actual friends. We could be associates and I'll be cordial. As long as you're cordial, we can do that. But no, friends, we can never be friends. Never. Never. How's that even possible? How's that possible? And again, there's only certain exceptions that are made for that. My mother does not agree with homosexuality. That's not one of her things. She doesn't care for it. But again, she's my mother. So allowances have been made for her. She's not my friend. Well, I mean, she is my friend, but she's my mother. So, but then see, there's an understanding. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We don't. She doesn't have to deal with it. There's nothing that I do or, my homosexuality part of I get my lifestyle. Again, she's not faced to deal with it. So she's very lucky on her point. She's lucky. But I have to say, whenever I actually wasn't celibate and I didn't have boyfriends and things that were around my mother. Me and my mother weren't around each other. We weren't as close at that point. We weren't. So no, we wouldn't be friends either. You know? Again, exceptions to be made. My oldest child has an issue about homosexuality, which is crazy. That's a whole nother video where that actually stemmed from. But he has an issue with it. But again, he's not my friend. He's not my friend. He's my child. He's my child. But then overall, he doesn't live in the house with me any longer. So no, we're not friends. I'm still his father and all of that, but he doesn't live in the house with me anymore. And that's part of it. That's part of it. And it's not that I put him out of the house because of that, but there were other issues that we actually dealt with. Again, that's another video for a whole nother time. But a lot of that actually led into it. There's respect issues. And no, you're not going to live under my roof and I'm going to take care of you and you disrespect me about a part of me that's not going to change. That doesn't have anything to do with you. So I guess that kind of sums it up right there. I probably can end this video there. If I'm telling you right now that I have a now 13-year-old child, or 12-year-old child that doesn't live in my house any longer. And then no, I can't be friends with no grown ass adult that got issues about me being gay. No, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. And I do love my son. I love my son, but I'll not be disrespected by anyone that I take care of. I won't. It will not. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. But again, that's another video for another time. But yeah, so that's the answer to the question. As far as I'm concerned, no, I will never ever be true friends with a person who has issues with my homosexuality. No. And why should I? What's the point? Why do I want to put myself through that? Why do they want to put themselves through that? That was another thing. Because that's another part of why that video even got created. Because again, I'm not running around trying to put myself in these people's presence, but I constantly have people wanting to put their self in my presence, and they know they have these issues with me. So what is the point? It's because you're trying to get something. There's nothing for me to gain. There's supposed to be, when there's a friendship, you give as much as you receive. What is there for me to gain from a person that has so much issues about who I am and how I actually live? What are we actually building our friendship on? What is being built on? What do we have in common, really? You know what I mean? I'm a homosexual all day long. What are we going to talk about? You're going to build a whole friendship on the fact that I like scandal and you like scandal? I don't think we're gonna build a whole friendship on that. We have a conversation, and you go about your way, and I go about my way. But yeah, I mean that's crazy. How can you have a real friendship? And I'm gonna give you an example, and then I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. When I say don't ask me to do something that you won't do, I have a girlfriend, or supposed girlfriend, where we used to be very very cool, and we were, well, I thought we were friends, but later on, things happen, and you have all these issues that come up, and I'm talking 10, 12 years later, you already, now you have these issues about, well, I really don't like this and I really don't like that, and why are you here? I never came looking for you. I didn't even try to befriend you. You came to befriend me. So why you have these issues? But anyway, long story short, this person literally asked me one time, she wanted to come and use my home to lay up with some nigga. And I had to and I threw it back at her. First of all, I don't play those kind of games. Not with my gay friends, not with my straight friends. Never played it. Even when I was young and in my 20s. No. Anybody that want to lay around and fuck, they need to go find them a place to do it. When I got ready that I wanted to lay around and carry on, I didn't do it in my mama's house. I went and I got me a house. I went and bought me a house and did what I wanted to do. So I've never been down with that. But then there was that whole issue. And that's what I asked her. Well, how would you feel? See, I'll turn shit around on you in a minute. How would you feel if I asked you if I could take a guy and go over to your house and lay up? And her whole facial expression changed. I said, exactly. Exactly. Don't ever ask me to do anything that you wouldn't do. You got issues about me being homosexual. Why would I want to have you come lay up in my house in my bed and having some heterosexual sex? Just like you don't want me to go up and lay up in your bed and have homosexual sex. See, it's the same thing. What are we building the friendship on? We already on uneven grounds. That's what, and I killed that friendship. Me and her are not friends today. We cool. We're associates, but we're not friends. We're not friends because we were never the friends that I thought we were in the first place. And that wasn't just the only thing, but that was part of it. Part of it, you got all these underlying issues about who I am. Once I got to a point where I didn't want to do other things, because that was, again, once I kind of started seeing you, and I said, oh, well, no, I don't have this to offer, and no, you can't borrow my money, and no, I don't have all them favors to do. Then everything started coming out that you don't really like about me. And it were things that you didn't even have to deal with. You didn't have to do. Well, I'll come to a show and see you in a show, but I don't want to come to one that's in the bar. I'll come to one that's in a hotel. Why you want to come to any? I ain't you offering to do what I'm doing. Why do you want to come to any shows? Fuck it. What's the point? What's the point? I don't need you to support me with stipulations. You could just stay home. I have a crowd of people who follow me. I have fans that come to see me. I don't need you as a fan. Go sit down. So that kind of thing. So the answer to the question, no, I will never ever be friends. It's not even possible for me to be friends with a person that literally has all kind of situations and issues with homosexuality. It's not possible for me to be actual true friends with them. So I hope that doesn't hurt anybody. Well, I really don't care if it hurts anybody's feelings. That's the answer. No, I'll be associates with you. I'll be very cordial to you as long as you're cordial to me. But no, we will never be friends because I'll never let you in. There's no purpose for me letting you in. So that is the answer to the question. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know how that works. All that stuff. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.